Hey guys, Shop Talk Podcast.
I'm a zero pro guy.
I did it, yeah. I ran a marathon.
You only crank screw?
Am I the town hero?
3 laps of that are just... Kyle, give us an intro.
Welcome back. What's up, guys? Shop Talk Podcast, episode 79, brought to you by Woody's Traction. Use code SHOPTALK10 for 10% off and free shipping. VS3 Suspension, he'll do it. Yeah, for your forks and floats and
Forts.
and bobbers and forts and floats and springs and clips.
Is that it?
He'll do it, yeah.
All right.
He'll do it. There, now we don't got to worry about no more reeds, and you don't have to cut me off.
But yeah, VS3 Suspension, we will be calling him today. We'll be getting just a quick rundown of how the Europe trip went for VS3. One other shout out though, Kyle, too, is if you're wanting to do your first time hair scramble race,
Yep.
July 27th down in Detroit Lakes, the Border Battle XC race. Use the code SHOPTALK while you're registering. Get 50% off your entry.
At the WeFest grounds.
Somebody behind me, Brody?
Yep. Someone slammed the door behind you.
Oh. So yeah, if you're a first-time hair scramble racer, use the code SHOPTALK and 50% off. As you can tell, we all have sunglasses on. We're doing an outside show, kind of.
Sort of, I
And
guess.
it's morning right now.
Yeah,
It's morning.
It's morning.
It's a rare morning
Yeah,
show.
9 a.m. on a Sunday morning. It's actually really nice out right now. So we have both of Brody's garage doors open. Quick tidbit on last week's episode. Shout out Gary Walton. Really good interview. For any headphone users, you could hear the air conditioner behind us if you had headphones on. Like, I couldn't hear it in the truck, Brody.
Yeah.
But with the headphones on, you could hear the air conditioning kind of blowing in the background every time the mic would pick up a voice.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. We'll fix that for the next one.
Today we're just going to have to listen to
Cars.
straight pipe
Yep.
Chevys.
Small black Chevy.
Yeah, small block Chevs.
So not a whole lot planned for this episode. So shout out to the true fans, the ones that listen every weekend, no matter what we're talking about, Kyle.
We got a lot of sled talk to get through today.
Oh, for sure. But like you can definitely tell when we have a good guest on or we have a good topic that more views. But our usual just sitting around BS an episode, we kind of have that core fan group that listens every weekend. We appreciate it.
I think you can hear the leaves now rustling.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure that's what's picking up in the mic.
So episode 79 here, Kyle. We put out some fan questions. We have VS3 calling in, a debate.
Facebook comments.
Facebook comments again. I have a really good trivia, no, not bench racing question for you towards the end.
What's bench
What?
race?
Yeah, bench racing. We're racing benches this coming weekend.
When Gary brought that up, you looked at me.
It's like bench racing is a term. I cannot believe you
It's
guys.
like, hey, I know that now. I know that word.
Jeez. Shout out to Spencer Mabry again, the one that donated us a picture. Ordered a shirt this
Isn't
past
it
week.
Mabry?
Mabry, not sure. And then Carter Warwick from Canada ordered shirts all the way from Ironwood. We didn't have larges. We have larges now. So we're getting those sent out. Carter, that's your hat actually sitting there right on the table in the podcast.
Signed.
Signed.
I look like a douchebag because my signature is huge and fat. But they gave me a dry permanent marker, so for the first 5 minutes I was just etching it in there with the marker. So sorry about that.
Trying to
Just carve my name in there. Yeah.
Okay, we'll give Vince Van Slyke here a quick question. The audio sounds really good right now, Brody.
It's because we're outside.
Doors are open.
Could be. Okay, we'll give VS3 a call here.
So in the wintertime, we'll have to bundle up. And
Yeah, we'll have really good audio, but it'll be cold as hell in here.
I can't even see the board.
And then we couldn't hear the leaves because there is no leaves in the wintertime.
No.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Are you talking through the van again, Vince?
I'm in the van, but I've got the, what do you call them, AirPods in. So,
Oh, you're a little muffled.
Sorry, but this is best case Ontario. You don't want to use the van mic.
Best case Ontario.
Yep.
I thought you went to Europe.
They're basically the same thing.
So VS3, it's been a while since we talked to you. You and your wife went on a trip to Europe to see, as Kyle said, the motherland.
The fatherland.
Fatherland.
Yeah. Well, no, we don't go to England, so.
No, Deutschland.
Yes.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
we did go there. We went to the land of fat.
Hell yeah.
How was
We got
it?
a pretty bitchin' racetrack there, though. So.
Yeah, how was it, Vince? What kind of car did you drive?
It was just a BMW 325, but it's like a full prep like race car. So there's like a cage, no interior, good suspension, and nice grippy tires and stuff like that. And it was actually a manual transmission, where all the other stuff that they had available to rent was like paddle shifters or something, like you're driving some little sissy go-kart around. So
Like
didn't want that.
two-seater? Like, were you and Aunt Hannah be able to be in there together, or did you have to have like an instructor with you?
No, it was just me and Hannah in there. So,
Did you let Hannah
so
spin?
she got to experience the green hell. So.
Did you let Hannah drive for laps, or
No.
no?
Absolutely. She had zero interest in that.
Oh, I was gonna say we could compare lap times.
So they'll just
like,
let anybody
it's
drive a track
insane.
car?
So it has to be so what we did was, it's called tourist drives. So it has to be a road legal car, because you essentially use your car insurance for it. But so these are all like road legal track cars that this company had available to rent. But like, we got there right when it started, and it is absolute chaos the first lap out there, because there's just a line of cars, and like, you got guys that like, there's literally some old little car with like a camper on top of it just driving around, and then you got guys in like a couple $1 million cars going, thinking they're like freaking Max Verstappen around there. And it's pretty wild. Like, there's a lot going on, but it's a good time.
Yeah, that would be. Is it like an open track day, or it's just this rental company there?
No, it's like tourist drives. You show up, you buy the ticket. It essentially is like a toll road that they charge it as per lap that you do. So
how?
But they very much frown upon like driving a rental van on there. So I rented a car for it. I don't think Enterprise would be too impressed to see those pictures up on the website. So.
Did you get to see the Corvette team out there? They were just out there testing a new Corvette.
I think they were on the GP track, not the Nordschleife. So,
How much?
when we got there, I definitely heard some stuff, and I saw some of that around there. But
How much does something like that cost? Do they charge you per lap, or what?
So they've got like a couple different ways you can do it through this company. So like I did like this all-inclusive package. So like, normally when you show up, you have to go to this ticket office and buy this pass and do all this stuff. But when you show up with this all-inclusive thing, like you have the pass, the car's ready. You don't have to worry about filling it up with gas and stuff. You just like go drive your laps, and that's it. Like, you get like 2 laps included, and then I think like each additional lap through the company is like, I think it ended up being like $105 or something like that. I'm not sure what the actual, like, if you had your own car, what the cost would be per lap. I think it's like maybe like 50 euros or something. So like $55-$60 per lap.
Sure. Because I just think of just renting a car, they got to make their money back on people burning up tires and brake pads. And
yeah. I mean, you can, if you wanted to, you could literally rent one of their cars and go race it, like on a race weekend kind of thing. So that's what they're there for.
Yeah, that's cool.
So,
Kyle,
yeah,
see
it was
that
pretty fun.
Chevy ad in the back of the Snow Week there? It's like step sides.
Yeah, step sides are sweet.
What else? You did some mountain biking in the mountains too, Vince?
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, we were in the Alps doing some mountain biking, which it turns out we don't have anything comparable to that here in Minnesota.
Oh, hell no.
Like, literally every day, except like the first day is like a warm-up day where we kind of did this thing in town, and like it was a lot of climbing, but you're like, oh yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. But then literally the next 6 days, if you wake up get on your bike and you climb a mountain for like 2 to 4 hours, depending on how far you're going. And like we're talking like 30. I think the most we did in one day was like 3,600 feet of elevation gain, and then you ride back down. So like you'd ride all the way to the top, and like it would take, I don't know, like 45 minutes to an hour to get back down after spending like 4 hours on the bike climbing. So
Cool.
yeah, it was freaking sweet. Like we rode some stuff where it was roads built like during World War One. Like we saw a bunch of like trenches and stuff like that were out there.
That's sweet.
So there's all kinds of cool little war history bits and things. We're in Slovenia, so it was like constantly back and forth there during the wars and all that.
Is it like bike paths or like single track or what?
Not really. So it's not like a traditional mountain bike trail. Like some of the downhill stuff was, but it's not like it's manicured. Like we were going through stuff where like it's freaking steep. There's like roots, huge like rock gardens, and like this like kind of exposed like hillside stuff. Like it was the gnarliest stuff I've ever ridden for sure. Like it was way too much fun. So
either you or Hannah take any spills, any crashes?
He had a little one like at the end. She did all this gnarly stuff one day, and then like right at the end she was just like tired or relieved to be done with it, I think. And then like hit this rock that she couldn't see like in the grass, and just like had a slow over the bars moment. And then I had this really stupid low side after going through some of the gnarliest off camber rock garden stuff in the world, and then I like dipped the front tire over on this little grass off camber and just kind of low sided. Like, oh, that was dumb. But other than that, nothing major. So.
Well, that's good. You should have stayed for this weekend. You could have went to Silverstone F1 race going on right now.
Yeah, I'm not paying $7 million to watch a bunch of crybabies drive around in a single file line.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. I thought you're kind of F1. You know about F1, I guess. But
I do, but IndyCar is 7,000 times more fun to watch.
And you just flew into Detroit. You could have gone to Red Bud.
Yeah, Red Bud.
I know. It was like, oh shit, that's right, that was going on this weekend. But it was definitely fun to be away for like, it was like 2.5 weeks. But I'm also ready to be home.
Yeah,
not ready to start work, but I'm ready to be home. So,
what was it? A lot of language barrier issues, or how was it like getting around?
Not too bad. Like, especially in Slovenia, like almost everybody speaks English there, and like everywhere you go to like the hotels, like there's usually like 1 or 2 people that like speak English, and like they just know, like it's kind of like a touristy spot where we went, especially like after mountain biking was done, where we went on some of the hikes in like Switzerland and Austria, like all there, it's all touristy spots. But then like in Slovenia, if we go to like some little farmhouse thing, or not like farmhouse, but like all these little kind of like hotels that like one person ran, like basically on their property, like our guides were with us and they could like decipher what was what for us and all that. So
now keep this between us, Vince, but it's more so for Brody if he wants to go visit. Is it true it's all nice girls there?
Let's just say I bet the entire 2.5 weeks we were there, I saw maybe 15 fat people. So
yeah, Brody, we're going.
It's pretty wild.
I should go.
It's crazy.
The food is like 9,000 times better than American food. They don't have any AC, which is fucked.
I don't understand that, but yeah, you hear all the dirt bike motocross guys, they talk about the food in America is just terrible compared to what they have back at home.
Oh, like if you buy like a bag of potato chips over there, like we had like salt and vinegar potato chips. It's like, it's sliced potatoes, freaking salt and vinegar. It's not like an encyclopedia of random ingredients and bullshit they could put in there. Like everything for food wise is way better over there. But yeah, the no AC was dumb.
RFK is going to fix that. You don't worry about that.
Yeah, I really doubt that.
Yeah.
I don't think anything's going to change ever. So
no, not when they're saying, yeah, we'll have these ingredients out by like 2027. It's like,
yeah,
why can't you
I
just do
thought
it right
Texas
now?
was going to do something. They're like, we're gonna start labeling it as like not edible or something like that if they don't change the ingredients.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Which is surprising because they like border Mexico and those guys don't use anything except bullshit for ingredients.
Indeed.
Huh. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you guys had fun and made it to and from across the ocean safely.
Yeah.
How long was the
it
flight?
Good. So, it's like the way over there was, I think, like 8.5, and the way back was like 9.5.
Oh my gosh.
So honestly, like it wasn't too terrible because both times I had dirt bike races and IndyCar to catch up on. I haven't watched Redbud yet.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's what I was gonna ask you about it, but I'll just
I just
wait.
finished up Southwick on yesterday, so I love that track.
Yeah,
I gotta go and do that J Day out there sometime.
Yeah, that's sweet. I went to that one. Yeah, it looks super sweet. They set up like pallets and stuff in the pits, so you ride over like logs and stuff like that, and then you go out on the course, and then there's a big wood section. It's sweet.
It's pretty sweet. Like a couple times in the fall, it's snowed, and they like ride in the snow for it. So
I went out there in the springtime. It was still pretty nice weather.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because they do 2 there every year. One in the spring and one in the fall.
I think they start there and end there. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure.
Sure.
I think so. I think you're right, Kyle.
Yeah, I was a big J-Day guy.
I know Katie doesn't tell you that very much, but
Yeah. Have you read these Facebook comments? Do you know?
Oh my God.
Do you know how stupid I am?
dude, it's hilarious. like people are so dumb they don't even realize they're talking to the guy that's talking shit just to talk shit.
And then I prove myself wrong, and then
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. I don't understand.
No, it's something we'll never understand, but we'll just keep playing along with it.
Yeah, it's great. We used to go on Do Talk when I worked at the dealership and like talk shit, like just start shit on Do Talk just because we could.
Oh, that's funny.
Last weekend we had Gary Walton on, Vince. I don't know if you got a chance to listen to that one yet or not, but
no, I haven't yet. So.
But if you have any dirt bike buddies that have never hair scrambled before, you can use the code SHOPTALK and save yourself 50% off your first entry fee.
Yeah,
for this this coming weekend.
Detroit Lake one is going to be pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah, that's what the code's for the DL race one. So
yep. Yeah, I think he's got they're doing a concert Saturday night out there now too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so. Brody was pretty jazzed about that. So
are we going, bro?
Are you guys all coming down or what?
We'll be there Sunday for sure.
Yeah, Sunday for sure for the race. We got Kyle.
You guys should just pull the trailer down, get some sleeping bags and cots, have him come down Saturday and spend the night.
That would be fun.
We'll have some twisted teas. We'll make fun of them for playing country music probably, and then we'll ride dirt bikes.
That would be fun.
That does sound like a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brody, we can take the exhaust off of the bolt and we'll just do fucking wicked burnouts on a piece of plywood somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gary,
I love burnouts.
Gary was happy that we've gotten you to open up on the podcast because he said when you were on his podcast, you were always very quiet.
Well, it was a totally different environment. We'd do race recap stuff and all that, and him and Dalton would just talk a lot about snowcross and whatnot. So, but yeah.
Maybe we'll invite the Hells Angels down to this race.
They can pop up a tent too, and
yeah. There we go.
But no, it's just been a while since we had you on, Vince, so we wanted to get a recap on how your trip went. So we'll be seeing you down in Detroit Lakes. Any heydays plans this year?
To avoid it, probably.
To avoid it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't have any desire to go to that.
Too many people.
So yeah, it's not for everybody.
Too many people. There's too many stupid long track, stupid snowmobiles with stupid stickers on them, and stupid lifted trucks with stupid wheels. Nobody knows shit about fuck there anymore. So you can't find anything good.
It's everybody in the Facebook comments.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's just a big, stupid dick show of dumb.
Well, it's 62 days away, and we'll be there.
Yeah. Well, good luck, but I won't.
Maybe if we get a banner made, we'll have the VS3 logo on there, so you'll be there in spirit.
Okay.
So you'll have that going for you.
Yeah, maybe we could do that, and you could come up, and you could like debate me for $10 or something, and I'll just talk shit about whatever you think is cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a sign that says Vince Van's like, I know more than you do about anything.
It'll just be a picture of Ron Swanson.
I know more than you do.
Did you like the XLT boat anchor TikTok I sent you guys the other day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Every day it's so good. Every year it pops up like, gold.
We should, you know what I was thinking? We could remake that, but I have multiple ZRT engines on the shelf right now.
Yeah.
We could remake it and like burn ourselves.
Well, I showed that to Mandy. I hadn't showed it to Dad yet. I told him about it. I said, if I can find a purple top XLT down at Heydays, like one that's just blown up, for like $50, I'll buy it and we'll recreate that.
Throw the anchor out.
Throw it right off at Pine Lake. I will too.
Yeah.
You think? I wonder if the funny thing about that one is, Vince, is they still have the primary clutch on it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I wonder
I'd leave the exhaust manifold on it.
yeah.
Big 3-in-1. Yeah.
Huh. Well, all right, Vince.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We got anything else for Vince, Brody? How's your motorcycle ride?
Good. Yeah. Awesome.
Are you doing any adjustments or clicker changes or
No.
no?
Just taking it to the backbone.
Played as it lied.
Yeah.
Real good. Yeah, I'm excited to get back on the T7 again.
So I've been seeing a lot of ads so that Yamaha has been throwing out some good deals on these T7s.
Yeah, they have really good rebates on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like holdover 24s and stuff. Like, my buddy bought one last fall. I think it was like $8,500 or something out the door, which is like essentially $5,000 under MSRP. So
yeah, we should go get some T7s. That'd be sweet.
Yeah. Are you scheduled?
Yeah, they're so fun.
Are you scheduled to go to Sturgis again, Vince?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. There you go, Brody. You can ride out to Sturgis. Go hang out with Vince.
You know what?
That would be fun.
So John is they're riding Honda trails out to Sturgis. Like
Johnny?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You know, Honda, like the old Honda trails.
Yeah.
Like
a Trail 70 or like
Trail 90.
A little bigger one.
I think they're 90.
Oh, no, okay.
But yeah, they're riding them all the way out to Sturgis.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I got a hell of a gravel route for them, but I don't know if they'll make it between fuel stops.
That's what they rigged up fuel mounts on the bikes for fuel cans.
And they'll probably have somebody.
You have to carry a couple extra gallons.
Yeah.
They'll probably have a follow vehicle.
I don't know.
Huh.
But
I mean, you pretty much just need like a crescent hammer and some zip ties to fix anything that breaks on those things. So.
Crescent hammer.
Yeah, crescent hammer. Yeah. Send me that gravel route and I'll show it to them guys. See what they think.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to want to ride interstate.
Just get absolutely obliterated by the first semi.
Yeah. Just ride the shoulder and anytime a semi goes by,
Yeah.
get all swappy.
He blows them into the ditch every time.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So if anybody's got any good painkillers, I'm sure those guys are going to need them.
Yeah.
They got big comfy seats on them.
Yeah. Get a couple hydrocodone, you'll be fucking good.
Well, all right, VS3. We'll let you get back on the road here.
Well, I'm still on the road. It's not like I just pulled over or something.
No, I know.
Just stop.
Yeah.
I got pulled over.
I'm still on the road looking at the scenery. So
I got pulled over on the way to the podcast today, and you'd never guess where. Right?
Clearbrook.
Nope. in Leonard, right in front of Deerdall Construction. I rolled a stop sign. The only stop sign in northern Clearwater County. And I blew it.
Cop's just super excited. Like, fine.
Yeah, it was a young kid. I was thinking about telling him, hey, I'll fight you to get out of this ticket. No, it was just a verbal warning.
Straight to jail.
Yeah, it was a verbal warning, so I let him go.
I let him go. I didn't have to fight him.
I let him off.
Didn't have to kick his ass.
Yeah. Well, all right, Vince.
All right, Vince.
Yeah. Tyler, are you actually going to race next weekend, or what the hell?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Good.
We're debating on Open C or Sportsman 1. So.
Oh yeah, Sportsman 1 is the hour-long one still, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Which one do you think, Vince?
I don't know. I'd do Sportsman 2.
That's 2 hours.
The 2 hours. And
Yeah.
Then I'd have to fuel stop.
Yeah, then you'd have to fuel stop. And I don't care to get lapped by Nick and Herf and all those fast guys.
I could wave.
Wow, it'd be a good time.
I had fun doing the 1 hour one down in Brainerd, so that's what I might do.
All
again.
right, fine.
I almost went.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably just run the Sportsman one, honestly, like instead of the Open C.
Yeah, that's
It's
what we're.
not like everybody will be trying to kill each other in the first turn.
Yeah, that's what I don't like. I still got a kickstart, so I'll be dragging up the rear. So.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty much guaranteed hole shot. So I'm not kidding. Like, if there's like a YZ250 kickstart on the line, like it's like a 95% chance of hole shotting because it's like you just go. The electric start stuff is still slower than kickstarting a 250 two-stroke.
I don't know. Mine's pretty hard.
A lot of
Well,
compression.
figure it out.
Super high compression. I shaved the head 50,000. Yeah.
50,000.
Yeah.
50,000.
It's not stock.
Keep smashing the spark plug electrode. I don't know why.
Yeah, as soon as it gets warm, it starts crushing the.
You just got to leave the head bolts a little loose.
Yeah. Yeah, I shaved at 50,000, so I got to stack head gaskets. Is that a good one?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, dude, the Facebook comment of you were like spray Pam on the skid frame. I was like, what does that do? People commenting behind that is so great.
Oh, God.
What does that do?
You guys are like tag teaming fucking Facebook comments. Like, I'll set you up and you dunk it.
Yeah, it's like you see the fish in the pond and you just throw your line out there and just wait till you're just jigging it the whole time.
Oh,
Stepped
real good.
Shaved the head too much, so I had to stack the head gasket.
That's a good one. Started.
He's going to have to buy like thicker O-rings or something.
Yeah.
Had to start stacking washers on the spark plug.
You know them O-rings that are on like the bottom of a toilet that are super big, you know?
Yeah,
wax ring?
Yeah, wax
like
one.
that's what I put as head gasket.
Amazing.
Yeah, she's not stock.
Yeah.
Overnight parts from Japan.
Yeah, yep.
Well, all right, Vince. Well, when after you watch Redbud today, let us know in the group chat, and I got some things to discuss.
Yeah, it looked like some shit happened, so
Yeah.
I'll probably watch it tonight standing in front of the AC unit.
You just stand to watch the race the whole time, standing the whole time.
Oh, he's got a pace.
Yeah, my
I'll
blood
sit on the
pressure is
couch. I can direct the little airflow duct thing.
my blood pressure is just so high. I got to stand.
I'm on the other side of the world. My blood's pumping the wrong way right now. It takes a few days to get it circulating. But
Restart the
I bet,
cycle.
yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be weird.
Yeah. At least you're still in the northern hemisphere.
Yeah.
Then you'd really be backwards.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah. No
brother-
kidding.
Yeah, be doing a figure 8.
Tomorrow is yesterday, and yesterday is last month.
Yeah.
What?
Like, have you guys seen that South Park episode where global warming hits?
Pretty
No.
sure, probably.
And it's like they have this huge huge team of scientists and stuff. And like, according to our calculations, global warming will hit 2 days before the day after tomorrow. And one guy's like, oh my God, that's the day.
when you landed on the plane back in the U.S., you're like, it's today.
Yeah.
We just time traveled.
Yeah, pretty much. Didn't even need the DeLorean that time.
Yeah.
Well, all right, Vince. We appreciate
Yeah.
the if you want to get us a new sponsor read, we're kind of running out of the one where we keep making up.
Oh, yeah. I guess I could do something like that, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll just keep spitballing it. We're
Yeah,
wondering.
perfect.
Kyle was also wondering last week when the 15 years of race winning experience changes to 16
It's
years.
been 15 for like 2 years.
I don't know. It's just a good round number. You start throwing weird numbers, and people are like, that's not professional. So we have to pretty much leave it at 15 until it's 20, I think.
Sure.
We'll just bump it right to 30 after 15.
Yeah.
Just double it. All right, VS3. We appreciate the phone call. Tell Hannah hi.
All right. Will do. We'll talk to you guys later.
All
Okay.
right, we'll see ya.
Bye now.
Okay,
See
bye.
ya.
Mega flow.
Hell yeah, brother. VS3, always a good conversation.
He used to be
I want to
quiet.
go to the German Alps.
He made it sound pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
read in my book they were sneaking Jews through the German Alps to Switzerland.
You read?
It was an audio book.
There you go.
I can't read. You knew that.
Yeah.
Well, Gunner,
What book?
I'll get it to you. It's really good.
Okay.
Okay.
It's on Kindle Unlimited.
I don't have a Kindle.
Well, on your phone. You can download the app and then
Okay.
it's really good.
Is it
Die.
is it not nonfiction or fiction?
It's real.
Okay.
It's all 100% real.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that's way better than.
Okay, Kyle, I had a bench racing question for you.
Go ahead, shoot.
Okay. So if we could bring you and your 2025 Polaris back in time, okay, your current self, your 2025 Polaris, how far back would you think you'd have to go before you could win the cross country I-500?
Like how? What do you mean? How far back?
Well, with your
back in time, anytime. When do you think I myself could win the 500?
yeah, on your futuristic sled of a
Yeah.
2025 Polaris against
Whoever.
like
Yeah, the years.
yeah. Like I don't know about any of the ZRs because the 93 ZRs.
It'll have to be before the year 2000, even.
Oh, for sure, because Brian Deerdahl won
Yeah.
in 2000.
Yeah.
So he's hauling ass.
Yeah.
Even the one time we had our ZR 440 set up for in the ditch, I was going on the Sheep Ranch Road and I was giving her because our buddy was up on the road in a truck. And like at that moment, I was like, we're still hauling ass on these
right.
440s.
Yeah. You couldn't beat Corey Davidson in 03 on a 500.
But yeah, it's just thinking of just the technology of how fast your 600 will be and the ride of your 600.
I don't think I could beat Todd Wolf on a 440.
So
I'd have to say probably closer to this year, 91, because they're on 400s.
So like Kirk, that's still Kirk Hibbert on the EXT special.
Yeah.
Jack Struthers there for 2 years. Jeremy File.
Have you ever ridden a Polaris 400?
No, I have not.
Very slow. So
Jeremy File in 89.
I'd probably say about them years, somewhere in there.
There was a few good years there. Like Brian Nelson,
But
78.
it would probably have to be one of them Jeep 500s because the terrain was so gnarly.
Yeah.
You know, it was like very rough.
Just where the futuristic ride of your current sled
Yeah.
and the power of it will just be that much of an advantage.
Yeah, I think probably them years.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I thought it was they did this comment on Pulp and Mac, so that's what made me think of it. It was like how far back would you have to go for Kyle Chisholm to be the number one rider?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because like the sport just keeps evolving, people keep getting faster, sleds keep getting faster. So I thought it was a really interesting question.
Yeah, it is. I bet you it'd probably be around 89, something like that.
Really? Mm-hmm. We'll have to get Jeremy File on, see what he thinks about that.
I don't know about Jeremy, but yeah, I'd say somewhere around there.
Like you got to think like
Just because the terrain.
And you said the sled. It's very slow. It's like right there.
The sled that was winning it them years, yeah.
Well, yeah,
slow.
but it's very slow compared to your sled.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so even that, just taking the rider out of it, the sled is just that much
it's
better.
Just, that's what it would come down to is the machine, not the rider. I'm
That's
not
pretty
saying
much
I'm a better rider than these guys.
No,
when
no,
they're
no.
in their prime.
That's pretty
It's
much
just
what
a sled advantage.
Yeah, it's all
that's-
mechanical.
Yeah, that's the sled advantage of
If they were all still on the same sleds and then I was on a 25, yeah, probably somewhere mid 90s.
Yeah. But yeah, put you on
One of those
Polaris
sleds.
400.
Not a chance.
They're beating you.
I would say ouch, like for half a day and then just be done.
Just be done.
Yeah.
Huh. So yeah, I thought that was an interesting question.
Because you're not beating in the terrain of War Road. You're not beating Corey Davis in an 03 on a 500. Even like, 04, you're not beating Brian on a Rev.
No. I'd say you'd from 93 and up, just the ZR chassis.
Yeah.
That's when it kind of just started taking steps.
Well, they ran a lot of river them years too.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
But then the speed of the 600.
yeah, right. It'd be very tough. Somewhere mid 90s.
We'll either get a lot of people saying like that was a good question, or a lot of like this guy's a moron.
How?
Well, I don't because people will misinterpret it to saying that you think you'll beat Kirk Hibbert.
Yeah,
But it's like
right.
no, it's like the
The
sled.
sled. It's
Yeah.
about the sled.
Yeah.
Than the rider. Yeah.
But no, I thought it was pretty interesting. It's like it really
Would
got
you
me.
agree? Probably mid 90s, something like that.
It'd be because I know Dad said he watched Kirk and Jack Struthers out in West Yellowstone, and he said watching them come down the hill the one time was unreal.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it'd be tough. It's hard to say.
How about on like a course or like a Park Rapids course?
Man, those things in the woods.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That would be really tough.
Have to go back to the 70s. No.
80s.
Brian Nelson on a John Deere.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Just because of the ride.
Yeah.
And just
I'd say like mid 90s when they really started to evolve, you
Yeah.
know, like the suspension and stuff.
yeah.
Probably right around there.
Huh. Yeah, I thought it was an interesting question.
I don't know. I think you'd be like solid top 5 from like probably 07 all the way back, be solid top 5, but I don't think you're winning it against them guys.
Yeah.
Brody, your thoughts?
I
I
liked Kyle's answer. That's my thought.
What do you got in there? Water or coffee?
Water.
Oh, I got here at like 8:35. I woke Brody up.
He woke me up.
Yeah, I was in Leonard.
I'm waking Brody up and Kyle's fighting a cough.
I'm glad I was still sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah. So these Facebook comments.
But did you watch Redbud at all, Kyle?
I've just been seeing the highlights.
The highlights?
Yeah.
I think so. We'll just touch on that just for a second. Being Vince is not on the phone to spoil it for him.
No, he is.
He's still here. I think Jet Lawrence. He's with yesterday's win. He's already surpassed James Stewart in outdoor overall wins.
You know what I really enjoyed watching today? It popped up 2013 Southwick with Ryan. No, maybe it was Southwick. I think Ryan Dungey, Ryan Villapoto, and James Stewart battling for first place.
Yep.
That was sweet.
Yeah.
I want to move the mic a little closer.
Shut up, Brody.
What, you're slouching now. You did move the mic, and it's way back here.
These things are gonna break next time I move them.
No, they're not.
We'll have to get Kyle one of the headsets with the mic right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And you just put it in his mouth the whole time.
Yeah, just suck on it.
But no, I think, I think Jet Lawrence is on his way to being the best ever.
Oh yeah,
Yesterday in Moto 2, he came from 18th to 1st.
we seen it in the fucking 250 class.
He wasn't this dominant in 250 class. And then Jorge Prado, his season is kind of struggling. He got a whole shot though. He got a whole shot and led half the moto, which was cool to see. But once Justin Cooper got around him, Jet got around him, he just kind of fell back. Poor Tomac, bike blew up in the first moto.
Oh,
It was smoking. It was smoking.
As he was passing people.
Yeah, like 10 minutes into the moto, it was already smoking. Just because he's on the clutch, wide open, and just revving that
The
thing
track
out.
looked gnarly.
Yeah,
Like the whoops.
Yep.
They were not whoops. They were just concave holes. It's like drop polka dots in the freaking track.
and then there's already a little bit of Hayden Deegan, Jet Lawrence beef starting.
What the heck is all this about? Like,
I honestly have no idea. Instagram comments.
yeah,
I think.
I don't know. I think they're a bunch of sissies.
I don't know. They can all ride dirt bike way better than. Oh, our sponsored athlete is racing up in Gopher Dunes, Canada today. Luke Van Lysel.
nice. That's cool.
So
to
if
hear.
he does qualify, we do owe him $1.
Oh, damn it.
If he wins, he gets 3.
Did we have that in there?
Yeah.
If he wins Canadian, if he takes Phil Nicoletti out, he wins $20.
We're paying bounties now. What the fuck?
Just like the 09 Saints when we played the Vikings.
Yeah.
Bounty.
We got to pay
Yep.
pay the bounty.
So yeah, the dirt bike industry is in a good spot. I like it. So the Facebook page, Kyle, the last 28 days, 8.9 million views.
And it's mostly,
It's mostly on comments.
yeah.
All right. So we had some really good videos again. Do we
want to do questions first and then
yeah, I forgot about questions. Sorry.
questions and
Yep.
then YouTube
Yeah,
or
yep.
Facebook comments?
Yeah, I forgot. Thanks.
Yeah, don't even put that out there. Don't even hit it.
Don't even answer a question. Okay, so yeah, not knowing that we didn't have too terribly much to talk about, that's why we put the questions out there. We are doing what, Brody? How long are we in?
42.
Okay, because yeah, we are doing another rereadable today, Kyle.
Snow Week Vault.
Yep, Snow Week Vault,
Vault.
February 1991.
Yep, Jack Struthers wins his first 500
So I read that yesterday. It's a really good read.
on an XC 400.
Yeah,
Did you even know that sled existed?
yeah, I knew that.
No.
They didn't make very many of them. So if you find one, buy it.
Oh, really? The I-500 article in there, photos by Gary Walton.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep. I thought that was interesting. So watch for that on Thursday. I did have one more when we get into the rereadable. We missed one thing last week's where I'll shout that out in the rereadable. Okay, Zach Hilton, how do you really feel about ISR fees?
I don't like them.
They're too expensive. We never had ISR fees before 2015. Get rid of them. That's all I have to say about that.
That's been everyone's opinion for the last.
Or just make them like
10 years.
$25.
Or yeah, make them reasonable. Yeah, people
like,
won't bitch.
Not 100 and what is it now? $185, $190
For a license, yeah.
My AMA insurance for the hair scrambles was like $55.
Yeah, if you made it $50, just a round, solid number, good number.
Yeah. So like Vince said, round solid numbers.
Yeah.
Sound better.
Yep.
Vince Van Slyke, why hasn't Kyle pulled the trigger on Pro X2 yet? You're not really.
I like them, but that's more your thing.
That's my thing. Like ever since I've been a kid, those black and gray 04 Pro X2s with the shorty seat have been so freaking cool.
A sled that I would really want would probably be like a F1000 or something like that. You know, the dinosaur Articats.
The twin spars.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
That'd be one of my dream sleds.
Yeah, that's a dream. No, I don't know. I pretty much own all of them that I really wanted.
So yeah, there is one of those Pro X2. I have 2 of them saved on Facebook, and like I'm really itching to buy one just because. But it would only be good for the classics class of like doing a ditch race, right?
Yeah,
because it's too new to go race at Ditch Banger National, so that's what.
And you wouldn't really want one for an ice sled.
No, it wouldn't. It just wouldn't be necessary for ice sled.
Right. You can just go buy a 2000 Gen 2.
Yep, they're the best ever.
Yeah, they're the funnest.
Yeah.
I don't know the sled that I want the most. What's the sled that you want the most? I'd probably go with. That's a really good question.
That wasn't the question.
Yeah, but it's just something I just started thinking of because I was
really
like,
good question you asked yourself.
yeah. I don't know. I just have to scroll Facebook, I suppose.
I'd want like 4 or 5 sleds.
Yeah. Number one.
There really is no number one, I guess.
Because I really like the 01 Snow Pros, ZR3 chassis Snow Pros.
Yeah.
I like those.
Yeah.
So now I have a couple of them.
Yeah.
But other than that.
Mandy and my mom were talking yesterday on the boat. It's like, well, how many sleds do you need? I said, well, like when I'm like 40, 45 years old, I want to have like a collection of sleds And they're like, you're 30 and you already have a collection of sleds.
You're starting the collection.
Yeah, starting the collection. And then they all got to be running. Like they're not just sleds to be just put in the weeds, Like I want to be able to ride all of them.
You know what
day to day.
I don't have is a 99 ZR 440 Snow Pro.
Like on my
99.
Yeah, I have the 97. So
I like the looks of the 99s,
Just the graphics?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And seats and stuff.
Yeah.
96 ZR 440, I'd like them.
Those are sharp. I really like the graphics on those.
And the seat is speckled.
Yep. The 96 was more of a racer only sled. So that's interesting on that one. 97, they made them open to the public. That's why you see a million 97s on for sale.
Yeah, I really don't know.
But the Pro X2 has always been super cool to me. The shorty seat almost looks like a Pro XR.
I like the Pro X2s. Yeah, I guess I don't really know. I don't really have if I see something cool and I like it, I buy it.
All right.
Pretty been much my life motto.
That 04. Looking at these.
Oh, yeah. 04 Pro XR 440.
Yes,
Yeah,
that. And the 04 Skidoo Rev 440.
Yeah.
So looking at these older snow weeks of like Carl Kuster and Blair Morgan on those revs. Oh, man, those are cool.
A super nice 04 Pro XR 440. But people started jacking up the price on them, and I don't know why. Because what are they good for?
Nothing really.
Nothing.
To look at. They're cool to look at.
They're cool to look at. That's it.
Yeah. Spencer Delabria.
Who's that?
Delabria.
Who?
Delabria. Spencer Delabria, the Carbide podcast guy, never asks this question because his show is garbage.
What?
That's what this guy's saying. But who is the most talented snowmobiler of all time? Do you pick an XC guy, a backcountry rider, etc.? Disciplines always have a GOAT, but who is the GOAT of snowmobiling?
So that was a thing that came up on the internet this past week, and there was a list of guys, and it was only like 10 names long, and not even the best of the best were on that list. So I was like, well, let me just put a comment up there and see what people think.
Yeah.
Didn't get much reaction from it.
Oh, let me see. Pull it up on your phone. Austin, and then there's some replies to the Spencer Delabria Carbide podcast guy. Austin Leak, the GOAT from each discipline or each decade. In a King of Snowmobiles event that was an XC race, a snowcross race, a freestyle competition, hill climb, and an oval race, which rider from history wins the overall? VS3, obviously Tim Bender. I don't know about
I don't know.
I don't know about that one.
So this says
That would be a wild.
the best all-around racer in history of snowmobiling. It has to be a rider that competed in multiple disciplines: oval, cross country, enduro, snowcross, hill climb, speed runs. And here's the list. You want me to read it?
This is what.
This is what's posted on there. So this is the list that they had up. It says Bob Eastman, Stan Hayes, Yvonne Dumal, Mike Trapp, Gerard Karpik, Steve Houle, Mike Houle, Guy Useldinger, Tim Bender, Bobby Donahue, Kirk Hibbert, Jack Struthers, Gabe Bunke, Todd Wolfe, Tony Heikkinen, Brad Pake, Sylvan LaFlame.
Some good names for sure, but
There's some good names, so I commented.
I didn't recognize any of the top ones though.
they're older.
Old. So it's
yeah.
all throughout time. So I commented Brian Deerdahl, Corey Davidson, Wes Selby, Dale Cormican, Larry Coltham, Brian Nelson, Justin Tate, Corey Davis, Jeremy File, and Aaron Christensen.
Did you get any? What kind of responses did you
There's
get?
a couple, and then yeah, it was more so. There
You got to throw Herf in there.
yeah, Herfindahl for sure.
Yeah.
but it's multiple disciplines.
Yeah, and I mean, Herf
Throwing freestyle in there is kind of cool
yeah,
too.
freestyle in there.
So that
throws-
multiple discipline thing kind of screwed a lot of people out of it.
yes, that have competed in multiple disciplines, or if they did.
Yeah,
Because I can't remember if it was an article or something I read or heard from 2010, like the I-500 up there, that somebody had said that Corey Davis was the most talented person they'd ever seen on a sled. Mm-hmm. And in 2010, he was back on the Snow Pro chassis at that time. And the multiple discipline thing, snowcrosser, cross-country guy, freestyle guy.
Iron Dog, you know.
Yeah, Iron Dog. Yep. The West, I like.
Ryan Simons too is up there. That's
Yeah,
another name that I.
The hill cross domination that he had at X Games.
Yep, and then Snowcross and Iron Dog.
Yep, Iron Dog win.
Yeah.
Yep, I-500 win.
So,
Pine Lake win.
but yeah, so I don't know. It's
That's another really good one too. Yep.
yeah. I would say Kirk Hibbert, Ryan Simons, Brian Deerdahl.
But the Cardboard Podcast guy is asking who is the best.
Corey Davidson, like, yeah, exactly. Like, who is the best? You have to. These are names that I'm just throwing out there that would be the best of the best. Tim Bender,
But then who's the best of the best?
right? And in what sense too? Just rider or knowledgeable too?
Yeah.
Like, it has to be such a perfection. I don't know.
I'm not qualified to answer this question.
Yeah, or Brian. You got to throw Brian in there too.
That's what
Brian Deerdahl.
I did.
I did. I did.
Oh, just in your recent.
Aaron Christensen too.
Aaron Christensen. Yeah.
Golly.
The domination
The list
at the
goes
Sioux the last handful of years is unreal.
On and on. And even in Ironwood. There's nobody touching him in Ironwood.
No, him and Herf were running exact same lap times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question, Delabria guy.
Dilapidated guy.
You start the debate on your end because you're more of a snowcross, scene. So we'll
Yeah.
get more snowcross names in there.
And then
Right now it's all like XC guys for us,
But then you like any oval guys of
John Wick.
yep, Todd Cricky of PJ Wanderschneid.
Yeah.
Old guys don't like to turn right though.
I mean, John Wick is multiple discipline.
Yep, cross
so
country. Oh.
He's up there too.
I just seen in that one article, I took a picture of it to Todd Cricky on an RX-1.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like in the article says it's hard to get the 600-pound sled to turn, but we're working on it.
yeah. Oh,
Huh.
man, I just had another one, but it just slipped away from me.
Oh, sorry.
Todd Wolfe for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, you could start a Mount Rushmore, I guess, would be the thing.
That's foreheads.
Yeah, we've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we could redo it.
Yeah. We could redo. Oh, we'll get into the comments. Our three worst sleds.
Yeah, you think Ryan Simons would be on a Mount Rushmore
Yeah, he doesn't get brought up
much anymore.
as much. No.
Brian Dick is up there too.
Yeah. Sioux win, I-500 win, Pine Lake win.
He raced in Iron Dog.
Yeah, he did. Yep. Yeah, a lot of good names. A lot of good snowmobile riders. And we're just here for it, Kyle.
Yeah. We're just stir the pot.
Stir the pot. Okay. Tommy Quam, Masters 50 rider. Why don't all classes pay back, and what can be done to get payback in every class?
That's a very good question.
So, being that most race circuits are run as a business, they got to try to create some kind of income. So I'd see like that's why like sport classes would be they don't get payback. So then that's part of the income and everything. But like when we started racing back in 2011, 2012, even the trail class was a payout class. So that's what got my dad back into it. Was when we went down to Walker in 2010 or something, and my dad seen Tori Erickson went in the trail class on like an old XC 500 Edge.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, well, we could totally do that.
Yeah.
It'd be fun on these old sleds. So we got the Gen 2s. And it wasn't a lot. Like I think at that time the entry fees were like $150. And then for dad to win the trail class, it was like $300 that he won.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
You're going to draw, like, look at you guys. It's going to draw a crowd doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
And then that's what...
and it did.
Yeah.
And then they changed the rules.
Yeah, that only lasted, I think, one more year. And then at Pine Lake, they told Dad, yeah, this isn't going to be a payback class next year.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why?
I don't know. Look how big the Classics class has gotten, or is like getting.
Yeah.
Like, how many people show, like, even the guys that show up for a race here and there, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of names.
But even, so when we'll get into this rereadable, that they were paying fast time of the day was getting $2,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, holy crap.
For just the fast time of the day.
In the 500.
In the 500, yes.
If they did a fast time of the day at Pine Lake, would be very interesting.
That would be cool. They paid out, I believe, don't quote me, we'll have to read it. I think they said they paid out top 70
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I believe
in the
it.
I-500.
Well, look at the Iron Dog. They pay the top 20 or something like that.
Yeah, the Iron Dog is its own entity. It's kind of interesting. But, like, that's even, like, there's always that give and take. Like, they could pay out at Pine Lake. They could pay out less to the winner and pay back farther, you know? But then, like,
I don't know if
cool
we want to
to
bring
win
it up. Bring it up now while we're doing questions, but I had a dream the other night.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting. A race,
like
a race. If there would be enough snow, I think you'd have to go through Canada. But a race from Buffalo to Roseau, Buffalo, New York to Roseau.
oh, man. I don't think any of the point-to-point stuff will ever happen again.
Yeah, but if you went through Canada, I wonder if it could happen.
Brody, you're more up on Canada than us. How are they?
I don't think it's going to happen in Canada. They're looking to get a new guy in there that's almost worse as the last one. So
Sweet.
the environmental bullshit that they got going on up there.
Speaking of dreams,
good.
I had a dream like last week so I'm dreaming of work.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun.
That's when your life sucks.
It wasn't that bad, but for some reason, so our track, the biggest track we have is a Komatsu 220 that Brady has. And so we were on some jobs somewhere, and for some reason, Brady rented a Komatsu 1250, which is a huge track, ginormous. Like the top of the track is like 6 feet tall, Brody. And we were using it, and it was low on fuel, and Brady just came out with his pickup and just put 50 gallons in. I was like, what are we doing? It didn't even move. And then I woke up. So I don't know why, but it was just so.
What the
just
hell?
so it's probably got like a 1,000-gallon tank on it and put in 50 gallons.
How'd you even get it there? You haul it with a dump truck?
No, I don't. That's the old Ford. But yeah, that was just. So yeah, Tommy.
I don't know.
I don't know why the Masters class was usually a payback class too, and that got cut. So that. At least if you won it, if there was 5 guys in there, you'd probably get your entry fee back. But
They should just do it the same as Pine Lake. Every class, payout class.
You got to run out of business though.
Yeah, but you take that certain cut out of it. So what would it be, like 50% payback, something like that?
Yeah, I think it's 50% for semi-pro and down, and then what is it, 70% for pro? I think. So yeah, that's always a hard debate. Spencer McBride, any plans to run any ditch banger stuff this coming winter? Would love to see you guys at the Northern Power Race Park, but no, it's a hike. So that's where ALR was racing. Mm-hmm. And I believe that's like a long ways away.
Yeah, it's like 11 hours, ain't it?
Oh, at least that.
Yeah.
And then we see ALR is talking smack here. He's too scared. Continue on the conversation. I'll reply to
true
ALR.
ALR. Very true.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Are we going to see you guys at the Ditch Banger Nash?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to reply to him. Come to the Ditch Banger National, you wuss.
So tough. He's so strong.
I know. God. Using those words. Sounds like a
No,
Mob.
I said you Sally.
Sally.
You fruitcake.
Hey, fruitcake's a good one. Yeah. Fruitcake pisses people
I
off.
like calling people fruitcake.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's a good one. That one really.
Wuss. Wuss is a good one too.
Yeah. So yeah, Spencer, I think that's just too far for us. It is just for a ditch banger race. Maybe if it and then for what we did going from the Sioux to Maine last year, the 2-week race week was way too long. So even if there's one like the following weekend after the Sioux, I won't be sticking around for that one again. Brody, this one I did not choreograph or anything, but Clay Crowderfield, how's Brody's dating life?
We're done talking about it on this show. That's how it's going.
Is it sweet?
No, that's.
We need to go to Germany.
We need to go to Germany, I think. Yeah.
Paulie V and Gunnar Arlo laughing emojis on it.
Nice. Yeah.
So how's it going?
We're not talking about it on this show. That's how it's going.
It's not going good, Kyle.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's for us.
Dustin Dorn. Oh, shout out to Dustin Dorn. He's racing the Iron Dog again.
Again.
Yeah.
Crazy bastard.
Why? I don't know.
Because it's fun.
He must have fun doing it.
Yeah.
But
It sounds like fun.
Kyle, would you race Iron? You and Colin have wanted to race it.
We'll think about it. I mean, maybe when I'm 50, actually have time for it.
You and Colin, me and Gunner.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
We'll do it.
Yeah. We'll do it.
So, yeah, shout out to Dustin Dorn and
I would hate that, though. That would not be. No.
Gage Shack.
Gage Shack.
How would you say that last name there, Kyle?
Shack.
Yeah. Dustin Dorn always gives me hell whenever we talk about Tyler Ackelstead.
Eichelstead?
Yeah, Ankelstead.
Yeah.
He always gives me hell. It's like, you're pronouncing it wrong. I said, sorry.
Sorry, we're not readers.
Yeah, we do a readable, but we're not readers. Okay. So, yeah, Brody's dating life, not going very good. Sorry, Brody.
That was funny.
Paulie V, how can I set up a 04 Pro X 700 to compete in the Classics class at Pine Lake?
Slug her down.
So Paulie's going for some improvements here. He must be getting a new sled. A 04 Pro X 700. It's a good sled.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Pay attention to the track angle on them things because the skid frames are goofy on them. I don't know. You'd have to definitely take a look at where the skid frame is mounted for sure.
I got some old pictures, Paulie, of Dad's old like Pro X fans that he's got. Like, you can't even put your fist underneath the belly pan for how low they are. So I could send you a few pictures, but it's mainly just drop it to the ground on those things. Right?
Yeah, but I was wanted to look at the way the skid frame and them thing is that the track goes in like a, what do they call that shape?
And that's
A rhombus? Something like that? Like a diamond?
Yeah.
It's like in the shape of a diamond, you know. kind of
Okay.
a tilted diamond.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you can get some of that out of it.
But that's back when they used to run a little bit different of a style, where they used to run a lot of studs and only a little bit of track on the ground. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of changed last few years of how much track people run on the ground and not as many studs.
I wonder if you could try it by softening up the torsion springs and getting more track on the ground, but take a look at your track angle. And because like what I think of on them things is the frickin' skid frame is digging into the track the entire time. The whole front of the skid frame is.
No, if it's sucked up, it's not even touching the front of the skid frame.
Take a look at them things next time you look at one.
I'll look at that of some old pictures.
See what you think.
But yeah, Paulie,
It's like a rhombus.
Yeah, a rhombus. I was right?
I think so. Maybe. I don't know.
So yeah, let us know, Paulie V. We'll help you. Get VS3 to slug them. You'll have to get some Fox on there before VS3 touches it.
Walker Evans.
Yeah, it's probably Walker's. Scott Preston. Has the Pine Lake course remained the same over the years? I was there in 2020, just wondering if it is basically the same layout. I believe it was around 11 miles that year. 2020. Yeah.
But on the one straight going out, they had a gnarly chicane in it. They took that out of it.
Yeah, and so
and now is the year where there was a huge ice heave.
Yeah.
There.
But so I would say since when? 2018, 2019, it's been pretty much the same course. Mm-hmm. The same course, and then they have to move some things here and there, judging on ice conditions, snow conditions, if it's slushy or not, some ice houses in the way, some ice heaves. But usually it's
generally the same.
75% the same.
This year they didn't go all the way down the back bay.
Yeah.
Kind of cut it short.
Yep. So yeah, I would say about 75% the same. Mm-hmm. I know people sometimes complain about it's too high speed, but like that's what
That's the point of it.
Chad said it's always been the race. The first race of the year is let's see who has the top speed. Mm-hmm. Let's see who the fastest sleds are. That's kind of the nature of Pine Lake.
I've never gotten that idea.
Yeah.
Like, we got to race slower.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
Narrow the track
racing
up.
is going as fast as you can.
Yep. Narrow the track up and add more corners. It's like, no. You don't let this thing eat.
Yeah. Let Pine Lake flow.
Yeah. Let Pine Lake be Pine Lake.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'd say about 75% the same, Scott. Usually a pretty good layout.
It's a pretty damn good layout.
Yeah. The last 2 years for how little snow we've had and how wide it gets. Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
It's primo.
Good.
Yeah.
Briggy Scallett. Something I think about every single day. What's your guys' honest thoughts and opinions on the current state of the snowmobile industry and where it's headed? Is it sustainable 10 to 20 years down the road?
Hell no, not right now. How it is. We need snow for it to at least have a chance of surviving.
Yeah, that's what I could see them doing is what they brought up before was like snow check only to buy a snowmobile.
Well, that's kind of the current state.
Right.
Artie Cat's been in the last handful of years, and that's what almost Polaris and Skidoo are leaning more towards. Mm-hmm. But like the one thing I noticed is like when we were out on the boat yesterday, we were looking at all these jet skis, and I was like, yeah, like a nice $1,500 jet ski. And man, he's like, no, I want a Sea-Doo Spark.
Spark, yeah.
And the Sparks are actually like the most popular jet ski out there.
For sure. Because
they're an entry level priced jet ski. Mm-hmm. Brand new at the dealership I seen. It's like $6,200 to $6,800. Mm-hmm. And then we seen an awesome Wave Runner down there, a Yamaha Wave Runner. It was yellow and blue. Looked super sharp. Mandy looked that one up. It was $18,000.
Yeah.
But that's why the Skidoo Spark is such a hot selling item.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's always the opinion of get it cheaper or make the sleds cheaper.
And then not even the sense of snowmobiles, you have to pay attention to snowmobile clubs too. Like the clubs have to grow too to maintain trails and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know. So
10 to 20 years from now, Kyle. So we're thinking 2035.
2035. I don't know. It's tough to say. Tough to look forward that far. I'd say we'd still be racing.
Will we?
10 years? Oh, yeah. 10 years ago now was only 2015.
And they just implemented the EFI racing trail sled rule, and then that's gone.
Mm-hmm. So I'd say we'll still be racing for sure, but not, I don't know, so much about like the manufacturers and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's tough to say. But it just even snowmobiling in itself, of just how expensive it's getting.
Something's got to change. Got to make a Sea-Doo Spark
Yeah.
for a snowmobile. We've said that so many times.
The Snow Pro 500 was so good.
And they sold 1 million of them.
Yes. Bring back the 2010 to 2013. 14. They had it in 14.
Yeah.
And then in 2015, they switched to the Pro Cross. But that's 2010 to 14 Snow Pro 500 was such a good, fun sled.
Yeah, I'd say if you did that across the board.
And talking about Facebook comments, my ZRT 600 video, the one guy is like, the 600 was the lady sled. Said, most commonly, most people can't ride the 600 to its full ability.
Yeah.
So you don't need a 800, 1000, 1100.
Those are drag racer specials. It's the only guys that talk about them. Man, those things are fast.
Brody?
Well, yeah, we just need more snow.
More snow would help.
More snow would definitely help because more people would want to buy snowmobiles.
Yep, that's true.
And the more sleds they sell, the cheaper they could sell them. I think that's one of the big reasons why the sleds are so expensive, because they don't sell any of them.
Yeah,
they're trying to make some money back, and they got to raise their prices to try to,
If you look at the sleds,
the
sled sold in 97 to the sled sold in 2025, it'd be different. It'd be interesting to see what the prices could be.
And
if they're still selling that many.
And how many, see how many Thundercats sold, how many Storm 800 sold, how many XCR 600 sold, how many ZRT 600 sold, how many ZR 440 sold.
Yeah.
Because there's a pile more ZR 440 sold than any other.
Yes. Yep.
Same with the XCR 440. I bet you there's a ton more.
Good
Go
sleds.
back in time, look at the sales, and then base your new sleds off of that.
We got fans driving by, Brody.
I don't
they
think
were
they're
waving to
fans.
beat hell.
I don't think so. I'm waiting for neighbors to walk by and walk up here. What are you guys doing?
What are you guys doing? What are you talking about? Can we sit down?
Them old people start coming back from the
Okay, so how long have we been going, Brody?
Hour 12.
Oh boy.
The one guy, he was looking at my shocks.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. What are those?
You got floats on there?
Forks.
Forks and floats.
Forts.
So just a few here, Kyle, we'll read through. What do you want to start with? The 3 worst sleds, or?
Oh, it don't matter.
I wish I could.
People don't know that it's me that come. I'm the guy.
Oh, you didn't comment on that one.
I comment. Oh, on 3 worst sleds. No, I didn't. But I figured I was getting roasted because I said Firecat in there.
Yeah, people are not happy about the Firecat and the Edge being brought up.
Chassis are shit on all of them sleds.
The Firecat's just a weak chassis, just too much flex to it.
And people don't even think about that.
No.
It's a great sled, but chassis are piles of shit.
Maybe even if you just trail rode it, like they just had a lot of flex and they just kind of just wore out over time.
Collins Firecat, sure shit, and busted to shit.
And the Edge, if you listen to any early Polaris guy on the Carbide podcast, the Edges were not highly rated. Mm-hmm. And so that's where I get the info on.
I did see a lot of comments on there about how the Edges were piles.
But
great engines, stuff like that. But chassis, shit.
Brody, talk about anything you want. Floor source.
The floor's mine, huh?
The guy that mentioned the Firecat needs to change podcasts.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's like, you guys don't even fucking
1100 Turbo eating belts was easily fixed and became one of the GOATs.
No.
I still haven't heard of a good 1100 turbo anywhere.
Me and Cody Halverson went riding like 2 or 3 times together, and he blew a belt every single time we went out.
And it's a $200 and some belt.
You guys are too young to rate sleds you've never drove.
Yeah?
I've built multiple sleds older than that guy.
The guy who said the guy who said Firecat should not be there at all.
Ask him if he's got a Firecat, and then I'll just say, I'll show you where it cracks, and I guarantee it's cracked on your...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at that crap.
Don't talk shit on my edge. The Polaris Dragon lived up to its name because people were always dragging him home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But what I thought of earlier was any 1000 cc that wasn't a triple, like forget about the Thundercat 1000, but any 1000 2-stroke was not good.
No.
Not good at all.
Firecat, come on, shut him up. The Polaris Edge is one of the best sleds ever built until to this day. This guy is trolling.
There's a lot of smart people out there, Brody.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Very intelligent. And we don't know what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, I know.
The dude lost all credibility once the words Firecat came out of his mouth. Glad the other guys who know sleds set the record straight.
I quit. I'm done with this fucking
Just fuck this podcast.
Yeah, these commenters are so mean.
You mean the XP that Morgan won on time after time? Brian Deerdahl is on here.
Yeah.
He did not like it. You can listen to the Blair Morgan episode on the Carbide podcast. He was not a fan. He was not a fan of the XP neither. Firecat guy doesn't know shit about sleds.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, Brody, the floor is yours again.
I enjoy the Firecat.
It's a good sled.
It's fast. It's cool.
They're a fast sled.
They're one of the coolest looking sleds.
But I can show you where it's going to crack.
Yeah, I believe you. I don't work on it. So.
Yeah. Same with all these other guys.
Exactly, yeah.
Same with these dudes that are roasting us.
Uh-huh. And so, yeah, I think they're the coolest looking sled. It's definitely, they're fast. But, I believe you when you guys are saying all the negatives about it.
Screenshot it and comment under. Take a look under your primary clutch.
And aren't the engines in there kind of cockeyed?
They're laid
They're
flat.
laid flat.
They're
Isn't
laid.
that super? Isn't that kind of weird too?
That was the first year they did that.
It's
Yeah.
weird, but that's how they all are.
Yeah.
All other cats.
I just know they're different like that.
So yeah, that was our re-upload of the 3 worst sleds. 66,000 views, Kyle. We posted a video here, Brody. Turn me up just a little bit. This crackle of this ZRT though. Oh boy, that is a good sound.
Yeah.
My motorcycle sounds like that.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
I think I'm going to probably weld some stingers because of my muffler shot for my ZRT. As soon as I get a couple other things out of the shop, that thing's coming back in. I think I'm going to make my own can for it.
Loud doesn't mean fast.
True. There's a lot of ditch banger sleds like that.
That is true.
Yep.
Bar risers are make you fast, so
That is very true. And monster stickers.
12-inch bar risers. You got to have control.
Everybody was pretty nice on that video.
The other ones, though, top notch. You got any more videos lined up to post?
Maybe this week I got a few more. I put on the ZRT video of when we were radar gunning it again as well. This Austin Leak Racing guy said 35 miles an hour.
He knows what he's talking about. I trust
I
him.
came back at him with a really good one. I said, that's how fast your $50,000 Skidoo was. And I have data saying it went 117. I said, as do I.
How much did you buy the ZRT for?
$2,600.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I bought mine for $1,700.
Nice.
Hard to say when the video is sped up. Get a Skidoo.
Yeah, I suppose. I really have no desire for any Skidoo.
No.
It'd have to 04 Rev 440.
Other than that,
That's my
nothing.
Skidoo.
I like Dustin's Formula 3.
That thing is cool.
Yeah. Just because the engines are sweet.
Really?
Exhaust valve 600. Yeah.
Fast enough to have left common sense behind.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
It's not sensible to go that fast, does he mean?
I guess I don't know.
What was that one comment last weekend? He's like, seeing one guy do that. Now he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I seen an experienced rider blow a belt at 60. It was a nice funeral.
Yeah.
What?
That's probably a true story.
Not as fast as my 1000 triple cat.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
If I know it's an Artie cat, it's doing at least 200 miles an hour.
What? That guy's smoking something.
Tell them 1,000 guys, come prove it then.
It's like, okay, you can have a 1000 go fast in a straight line, but there's going to be a turn at the end.
Yeah.
You got to hit the turn.
That's what I mean. You just got to come prove it then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can tell this video is sped up.
Just like that, the dude at Pine Lake on the RX-1. It's fast as hell. It just won't turn.
Yeah.
Arnie Ratnan. Yeah. So, yeah, that's Facebook comments for another week. We'll try to get some good ones out again for next week.
When we were reading the rereadable, there was a section in there about dudes racing in a Yamaha SRX, and his name was Ito, you know?
Yeah.
That was the Ito that Roger Skyme was testing with.
Oh, really?
Yep. Where Roger was riding the Thundercat and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then he said he'd come to meetings and stuff.
Yep.
That was that guy.
Oh, okay. I didn't even put those two and two together.
Right.
What about the old ZR 700s? How are those?
They're good, but it's just like they're good engines, but just underpowered, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they weren't that fast.
Huh.
No. They used that engine all the way up to, what was it, 01?
Yeah.
Something like
Yep.
that. It was good, but, I mean, kind of just got outdated.
Yeah. And the 700 market just kind of died off.
Right, because, like, they started out with a 650 Wildcat, and that was competing with the 650 Indy, you know, triple versus twin, kind of stuff like that.
Yep.
And then they updated it in 93 when they came out with the ZR 700. They just updated the cylinders. And, yeah, they're good sleds, but, yeah, it just kind of got outdated.
And we checked the ice at Pine Lake yesterday. No ice to be seen.
No ice.
We did dump our cooler worth of ice in the lake just to help a little bit. So trying to cool it off a little bit.
And that is how you get, what are those things? The algae in the water.
Zebra mussels?
Zebra mussels.
What?
Ice. Yep.
You're transplanting water.
Frozen water. Yes.
Yeah. Well, okay. 4th of July shenanigans.
Oh, it was fun.
Yeah.
I got sunburned.
Yeah, me too.
I did too, but it went away today, you know.
Oh, my shoulders are pretty.
You should see
pretty
my
tight.
back. Yeah.
What about the forehead?
No, that's fine.
Mine got roasted.
I had a cowboy hat on the whole time, so
Hell yeah, he did.
yeah, I did.
Just sweet.
Yeah, wasn't it?
I got a little sloshed up there towards the end of the
We were having fun. We were having a good time.
good.
Yeah.
Kyle Carburetor was in full effect, getting Ben's boat running for him.
Kyle Solenoid.
Solenoid, yeah. A little tap.
Did you learn something?
You just got to tap it. Fires right up.
Yeah, we were stranded on Clearwater Lake.
For about 2 minutes. Fire right back
Gunner
up.
was dragging us around. I was knuckle deep into a
Just old black
Small
thumb.
block Chevy.
knuckle deep into a Merc inboard. I just can't get away from this crap.
You do it to yourself. You jumped right on it.
I knew what it was.
You threw that hatch open and you were down in the engine bay before Ben could even just keep clicking it. But yeah, thanks again, everybody watching, listening. Episode 79, Brody. Can you believe that?
No, not really. I would have thought we did 30 episodes, and then this whole shebang would have went under.
We're 40 over.
Yeah.
Yeah. And come heydays, it'll be 2 years. So
Yeah.
It is gonna be fun.
there was a really good article of Heydays put out. It was like, we love to hear some constructive criticism.
Oh yeah.
And they put out and just got roasted.
Yeah,
in the
good.
comments.
I bet they did.
Yeah, drop beer price by $2 or something like that.
It was
Yeah. Drop the beer prices. Make the freaking wristband bullshit.
Yeah.
Security. Take that all away. That's
Let
not
me-
needed at all.
Yeah, let me in on Friday night, even though I don't have a swap spot.
Yeah.
it made for some very good reading.
Yeah, why did they only limit it to 2 for the vendors?
And then past, what was it, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock? Like, oh, you got to buy another wristband if you want to come back in here. It's like, we were just in there all day. What's
Yeah.
the difference now?
There's a lot of stupid stuff.
Yeah, just
like
the
that.
little stupid rules that they put on everything. It's just ridiculous.
Did they delete it?
Probably did.
Because they got roasted.
They
too
got
bad.
roasted too bad.
I did read some of them. They were good.
Yeah. Oh, I can't find it now.
They must have.
They
deleted
must
it.
have.
That's
Unless I'm
funny.
looking in the wrong spot. Look, if you type in Heydays Grass Drags on Facebook, there we are.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Episode 47, did that say?
Yeah. 47 at Heydays last year.
And then shortly after, we were at Rogers.
Yep. But yeah, just roasted of just prices and people selling garbage. Yep. That was pretty much the two things.
People selling garbage.
Yep. So,
Yeah, maybe ask the people, what the hell are you selling?
a wheelie.
Yeah. Papa Wheelie.
There's a lady that rode by on a pit bike.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, we'll be there trading our garbage for your garbage. For
Yeah, we're going
content.
to do a trade-up challenge.
Toaster.
What do we start with?
Toaster.
We all have to start with the same thing.
Yeah.
Same toaster.
I don't think we can get any snowmobile parts for a toaster.
No, I think it's got to be just something small.
Do we start out with used sets of carbides? Because we all have those.
I got this used set of carbides.
Used set of 10-inch rounds.
Yeah. Could do that.
Somebody's going to want them.
I got one.
I got one carbide. It's got a little bend to it, but it works good.
Yeah. I bet you we could get something. Well, those are like $110 for brand new set. So
Yeah.
should we do a used set of carbides?
We could do that. Yeah. I could donate some.
And then we'll just label them. These were used at Pine Lake.
Yeah. Gunnar Arlo rode these to a second place 4 years in a row.
Yeah. Same carbides.
Same carbide.
Never changed them.
Nope.
I do have a good set of 8-inch rounds I could give away.
All right.
And then I'll even show them what I did to them to make them work.
What do you mean?
Grind the edge, a
Oh, yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
Show them what I did.
Little spit shine.
Spit shine on them, and it's got to be perfect,
Mm-hmm.
Hold it up to the light. Yep.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yep. Nice and straight.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're probably not straight after they warped.
Okay. Episode 79 in the books. Thanks
If anybody
again.
wants a set of used carbides for something, we'll trade you.
Mine are going to be all cat skis.
Mine will be CNAs.
I'll have a toaster.
No, you got. I'll give you another set of carbides. You want CNAs or cat ones?
I don't care. I might not even be there.
Why?
I still don't know when the hell that volleyball tournament is.
Better find out.
Yeah.
Did
When's-
you shave
when's-
your chest yet?
When's Heydays? And no.
6th and 7th
Of
September.
September? All right.
Brody would look so good with a shaved chest. Just knock it down to a 1. I told him to shave it this past weekend.
6th and 7th.
Okay.
Make it look like mine.
I'm good.
And the Arlo Racing Shop Talk might be in the Rodeo Days Parade next week.
Oh yeah,
Kyle,
yeah.
what
What's-
about CK Speed Shop?
What sleds you want to bring?
Not quite sure yet.
Okay.
Do you think Jag could make us banners
By next weekend,
in a
But
1
this-
week turnaround.
I can try and get them on it.
I was gonna call Sherry maybe tomorrow.
And then should we use the same banners for heydays?
Yeah, we could.
Okay.
We'll debate after. We'll
Okay.
talk about after.
All right. Sounds good.
Snow Week rereadable coming out later this week. 91 Jack Struthers.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one. Thanks again.
Thanks. See ya.